Deep Dive, where we unpack fascinating topics and distill complex info into surprising nuggets of insight. Today, we're diving into a realm that really promises to redefine how businesses operate and maybe how all of us interact with technology. We're looking at the latest advancements in AI tools designed to, well, empower you.
Precisely. Yeah, we've got a stack of sources here that introduce a whole new ecosystem of artificial intelligence tools. And they're making some pretty ambitious claims, delivering complete freedom, uplifting lives globally.
Right. Big promises.
Huge. So our mission in this deep dive is to critically examine what this most intelligent ecosystem the internet has seen truly entails, and what it could actually mean for you, whether you're maybe an entrepreneur, an educator, or just kind of curious about where AI is heading.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. Our sources are suggesting a future of autonomous business intelligence for pretty much everyone. Now, that's a powerful claim. What specifics do the sources offer that, make this different from what's already out there? Existing enterprise stuff or even current AI trends? Our sources introduce these OnPassive AI tools, framing them not just as tech upgrades, but as a genuine transformation. The CEO, Ash Mufareh, he describes them as coming from a vision to empower the world with autonomous business intelligence. And he emphasizes this mission to create complete freedom for people.
Yeah, the ambition there is really clear, isn't it? It's significant. The goal they state isn't just changing businesses, but uplifting lives globally, moving beyond, quote, ordinary technology.
Yeah.
They want to unleash the most intelligent ecosystem the internet has seen. So it's presented as more than just efficiency. It's like a foundational shift. But the challenge for us, looking at these sources, is figuring out the how. What are the actual mechanisms or innovations they're proposing to, achieve that kind of sweeping impact?
Okay, so what exactly is this intelligent ecosystem supposed to be made of? Our sources detail 9 new AI tools, all launching within something called OnPassive Ecosystem 2.0.
Right. And looking at the bigger picture, it's not just like standalone apps. It's meant to be an integrated suite. The tools mentioned include, OLead. That's an AI sales and marketing lead generator.
Okay.
Then there's Academy Pro Advanced AI e-learning with mentorship engines.
Mentorship engines. Interesting.
Yeah. OStaff AI, which is a human resource intelligence system. OChat Next real-time hyper-personal AI communication.
Hyperpersonal.
OGraph for predictive analytics and visualization. OConnect Ultra, that's their advanced video conferencing platform with smart summarizers.
Smart summarizer. That sounds useful.
Definitely. Also, Odesk, an AI-powered support ticketing and customer management system. OTrim Max, which is described as a smart, traceable URL shortener with a campaign feedback loop.
Okay, more than just shortening.
Seems like it. And finally, OMail AI, an all-in-one AI mailbox scheduling, sorting, prioritizing the works.
Wow. That's certainly a comprehensive list. It really sounds like they're aiming to cover a huge spectrum of digital needs for individuals and businesses. Let's maybe zoom in on a couple of these. How about we start with some core business functions? Okay, first up, OLED and OStaff AI. Now, OLED is called revolutionary in our sources. What specifically is supposed to make it stand out from all the other lead gen tools already flooding the market?
Well, OLED is apparently designed to analyze market trends and then automatically generate these high-converting leads based on, your specific product or service. The sources emphasize that it learns and adapts daily, which implies machine learning algorithms constantly refining lead scoring, targeting, that sort of thing.
Daily adaptation.
Exactly. So it's not just about finding contacts. It's trying to identify the propensity to buy. The potential transformation, if it works, is making that initial outreach way more efficient and targeted. But of course, its success would really hinge on the quality and, frankly, the breadth of the data it's trained on.
Makes sense. And how does OStaff AI fit in? Particularly that claim about integrating compassion into the system. What does that even mean?
Yeah, that's an interesting phrase. OStaff AI is presented as this complementary HR intelligence system. The idea is automating a lot of HR functions, evaluating CVs, predicting employee retention, payroll, performance tracking. The compassion bit, it's framed as aiming to reduce stress for entrepreneurs and create a smooth digital workforce. So it likely refers more to a user-centric design, simplifying complex HR stuff, maybe flagging potential problems early. Less about AI feeling emotions, more about creating efficient, less burdensome HR experience for the business owner.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Less about robot feelings, more about smooth operations.
Pretty much.
So moving beyond just business operations, these tools also seem to touch on personal growth and daily communication. like Academy Pro. What does it offer for, say, a lifelong learner that goes beyond your typical online course platform?
Right, Academy Pro. The big addition they talk about is AI mentorship. The sources suggest that if you're learning something like coding, for example, it can suggest tutors, adjust your learning pace. The AI supposedly adapts your curriculum in real time based on how you're doing.
Ah, so dynamic learning paths.
Exactly. Moving towards truly personalized education. Now, its effectiveness would obviously depend on how well the AI can actually assess individual learning styles, identify knowledge gaps, and, the depth of its content database.
Sure, the execution is key. And what about for those of us drowning in emails? Omail AI sounds, well, frankly, like a dream. What mechanisms does it actually use to become this smart email secretary?
According to the info we have, Omail AI uses AI to auto-sort your inbox, flag urgent tasks, and even draft replies based on your past behavior patterns. So that suggests it's using natural language processing and pattern recognition, learning from how you've handled emails before to prioritize and categorize new ones.
Learning my habits.
Yeah. The core benefit they highlight is simply it gives you back your time, turning your inbox into something supposedly intelligent. The real test, though, would be its accuracy. Can it really tell what's urgent? Can it draft replies that actually sound like you and say what you mean?
Good point. The devil's in the details there. Okay. In our, increasingly remote world, video calls and customer support are just non-negotiable, right? How do OConnect Ultra and Odesk aim to redefine those experiences?
Well, OConnect Ultra apparently integrates features like AI note takers, automatic video summaries, and even smart breakout room management. The promise they make is, quote, "You'll never miss a detail again," which is a pretty significant claim for anyone who sits in back-to-back meetings.
Definitely. AI meeting notes.
Yeah, it implies pretty advanced speech-to-text and summarization algorithms. If they work well, that could dramatically improve meeting efficiency and, just remembering what was decided.
And Odesk for customer support. How does it move beyond just reactive problem solving?
It's described as AI-driven support that doesn't just answer questions asked. It supposedly predicts what the user might need based on historical data.
Predicts.
Yeah. The shift they're pushing is from reactive to proactive and predictive customer service, meaning the system tries to anticipate common issues or follow-up questions before you even type them, potentially leading to faster resolutions. A key question there, though, is how accurate those predictions are, and what happens if it predicts wrong. Does it get annoying?
Right. Could be helpful or frustrating. Okay, for anyone running a business or even just a campaign, data is crucial. We all know that. How do OGraph and OtraMax equip users with more powerful insights beyond just simple analytics?
So OGraph visualizes your business patterns, cash flow, traffic, engagement, that kind of thing, standard stuff. But the striking part, the really eye-catching claim, is its predictive AI. It supposedly lets you see 6 months into your business future.
6 months? Wow, that's bold.
Very bold. It implies some sophisticated forecasting models, analyzing trends and projecting them forward. The idea is you become your own data scientist. But, it's crucial to remember predictive models are based on past data and assumptions. Real-world events can always throw a wrench in the works. Understanding the inputs, the limitations, that would be vital for anyone using it.
Absolutely. Crystal ball?
Yeah.
But maybe a cloudy one sometimes. And OtraMax. Sounds like more than just shortening URLs.
Definitely seems to be. Our sources indicate it provides data on how users behave after they click and which campaign worked best. So it suggests built-in analytics that track engagement beyond just that initial click.
Like a feedback loop.
Exactly, providing a valuable feedback loop that could really help refine marketing efforts. It's about getting more granular insights into campaign performance, turning a simple utility into, well, a data collection point.
Okay, interesting. Now let's talk about OChat next. It's described as hyper-personal AI. What exactly makes it stand out from the, let's be honest, often frustrating chatbots we've all encountered?
Good question. This version of OChat is apparently designed to engage in more natural conversations. It can handle scheduling, integrate with CRM systems, but crucially, it supposedly remembers customer preferences and past conversations.
It remembers. Okay, that is different.
Yeah, that implies more advanced natural language understanding and a pretty robust memory function, letting it maintain context across different interactions. The developers claim its AI understands tone, urgency, and intent, which, if true, that's aiming for a level of conversational nuance that they liken to having a team of world-class assistants. The key differentiator seems to be that persistent memory and contextual awareness.
Right. That continuity could make a huge difference. Okay, this all sounds incredibly comprehensive, almost overwhelming. But when we move from theory to the real world, how do our sources illustrate these tools actually helping someone? Like, say, an NGO or a school or maybe a solo entrepreneur. What are the practical benefits highlighted?
Yeah, they do provide some specific use cases, trying to emphasize versatility. An NGO, for instance, could use OConnect for donor meetings, maybe OMail AI to streamline communication, and then OGraph to analyze their impact or forecast future needs.
Okay.
A school might leverage Academy Pro for those personalized learning paths we talked about for students, and maybe use OStaff AI to manage personnel more efficiently, simplify admin tasks.
Right. And what about that individual entrepreneur, someone just starting out, maybe without a big team or budget?
For an entrepreneur, the whole suite is kind of presented as a plug-and-play digital empire builder.
Yeah.
The underlying idea is that one single login gives you this full business suite. You don't need to piece together lots of different software.
Ah, the integration aspect.
Exactly. That integration is highlighted as a core advantage, allowing for seamless workflows, data sharing between functions, marketing, customer support, everything.
And this is where that overarching vision comes back in, right? All these tools integrated within OnPassive Ecosystem 2.0, working seamlessly with other features like OWallet for payments, OVerify for authentication, ODomain for web presence. Plus, security handled by something called OVirtual, promising no hackers, no interruptions.
Yeah.
What does that deep integration truly offer the user beyond just, convenience?
Well, the way it's presented, that deep integration allows for unparalleled data flow and automation between the applications. So imagine leads generated by OLED flowing directly into your OMail AI campaigns, or customer interactions in Odesk feeding into OChat Next for really personalized follow-ups. This could potentially create highly efficient, very interconnected workflows that no hackers, no interruptions claim for OVirtual. Well, obviously an aspiration for any secure system, it points to their emphasis on a robust, reliable infrastructure for the whole ecosystem.
Okay, so this deep dive has definitely presented a vision of AI, maybe not as a replacement for human ingenuity, but framed more as a liberator. The stated purpose behind these tools is freeing humans to dream, to build, to thrive.
Yeah, that's the overarching message conveyed by our sources, that this integrated AI ecosystem, which they describe as the Internet of Success, is now intended to belong to everyone.
So what does this all mean for you, listening? Consider the implications, right? Having a suite of intelligent tools that automate, predict, personalize so many parts of business and learning. The sources present a really compelling narrative of efficiency and empowerment. As you evaluate new technologies, it's certainly something to mull over. Could an integrated ecosystem like this truly simplify your digital life or business? And what new possibilities might it actually unlock? Something to think about.
Deep dive. Today, we're plunging into a concept that's been sparking a lot of conversations in the OnPassive community, surprise commissions. We've sifted through quite a bit, reports from product strategists, little hints in webinars trying to decode what this intriguing idea means,
Right.
how it might unfold, and really what it could mean for you.
Indeed. And our research, it's followed some interesting trails, whispers of advanced AI, smart data compression,
Okay.
and hints about this secure vault data.
Yeah.
It all sort of points towards a strategic layer in OnPassive that maybe isn't fully out in the open yet.
So this deep dive is about connecting those dots.
Exactly. Bringing that clearer picture to you.
Okay, let's really unpack this then. Surprise commissions, I mean, the name itself sounds almost, well, too good to be true. What are we actually talking about here?
Well, from the sources we've looked at, they're essentially defined as latent or hidden earnings.
Earnings,
That-
okay.
Yeah, think of them as potential payouts that might be delayed or strategically compressed or even coded into these things called legacy user matrices.
Legacy user matrices, what does that mean?
Basically, structured groups of users from the earlier phases. The idea is they might hold some kind of untapped value.
Right.
And the theory goes, once OWallet 2.0, that's the updated global version of their digital wallet, once that goes live, it could trigger these, intelligent payouts tied to your activity, maybe your referrals, or even those early founding timestamps.
So it's not just a simple, you did this, you get that transaction.
Not entirely, no.
It sounds like there's a deeper, maybe an algorithmic appreciation happening. We found that powerful statement from Ash Mufareh, didn't we?
Yes, the one that goes, what's yours is yours, what you don't know yet is still working for you.
Exactly. Which, at the time might have sounded a bit vague. But looking back, it seems to point directly at this idea, these AI-controlled conditional releases.
It does seem to fit. Yeah.
So what's the strategic thinking there? Rewarding stuff you don't even track.
Well, that leads to the technical side, which is fascinating.
Ah.
How could a system like this actually work?
Right.
The sources suggest that if OnPassive is really integrating blockchain protocols.
Which is that decentralized, secure ledger system.
Precisely. If they're integrating that with the wallets, then these surprise commissions could manifest for you in ways that are automated and verifiable.
How so? Like what?
Well, it could be token-based incentives.
Yeah.
Or smart contracts.
Ah, the self-executing agreements, like a digital vending machine.
Kind of, yeah. They automatically trigger payouts when certain conditions are met, or maybe even retro payouts to qualified founders based on where they sat in those older structures.
That definitely sounds like it would need a super secure, tamper-proof distribution method.
Absolutely.
Could that mean using OnPassive's own tokens? Maybe these O coins we hear about as bonus asset.
That's a key question, isn't it? Using a proprietary token like an O coin would allow for, seamless internal distribution. Value that could potentially turn into real O-wallet credit, or maybe be used for other OnPassive services.
Right.
The key takeaway here, if these technologies are integrated, is that it suggests OnPassive is building a system for, well, trustless automated rewards.
Where your long-term contributions get recognized by the system itself, not just someone deciding.
Exactly. That seems to be the implication from the sources.
Okay, building on that, let's look at Ashmufara's history and patterns, because this is where it gets really interesting, I think.
I agree.
There seems to be a consistent theme that might shed light on all this.
Absolutely. The sources we looked at consistently highlight this pattern, where Ashmufara has reportedly rewarded long-term loyalty, belief in the vision.
Example?
Well, things like gifting founders lifetime licenses or making those refund promises. The sources see these as pretty significant gestures, appreciation for the early believers.
So it's not just a one-off, but a pattern.
Seems like it.
And I remember reading something about a buffer vault mentioned on a leadership call. What was that about?
Yeah, that speaks to a deliberate plan, doesn't it? The buffer vault was described as an internal reserve, held specifically for future appreciation distribution.
So basically a pool of value set aside just for these kinds of surprises.
That's the idea presented, yes.
Yes.
And furthermore, our research found discussions about smart cycles
Smart cycles.
with OES v2.0, the next ecosystem evolution being active, and harvesting data from tools like OConnect,
the meeting platform.
right, and OTracker for analytics, ODesk for support. The system could potentially calculate and distribute this surprise value based directly on your engagement, your contribution.
Wow. Okay, so putting that all together, it suggests a layered system, rewarding not just direct sales, but loyalty, engagement, foundational support.
Moving beyond traditional commissions, perhaps.
Definitely seems like it. So given all that, let's break down some possible types of payouts you might see. What do the hypothetical models look like?
Okay, well, our sources outline a few interesting ones. First, a legacy founder reward. For those who got in really early,
Yeah.
acknowledging that foundational support.
Makes sense.
Then, a global connector bonus for people who actively helped grow the community, brought in new affiliates. Rewarding network building.
Okay.
Third, an AI engagement bonus. This one's based directly on how much you use the OnPassive products. Shows the system rewarding active participation.
Right, using the tools.
Then there's O-wallet loyalty drops, kind of like crypto airdrops, but happening inside the OnPassive ecosystem. A loyalty bonus.
Interesting.
And finally, a really intriguing one, OnFusion Crosslink.
OnFusion, the upcoming digital identity platform.
That's the one. The idea is it could inherit some of this surprise. Like, maybe just your OnPassive email ID triggers something when you log into OnFusion. Leveraging
Okay, lots of possibilities there. But what about the practicalities? Many of you are probably wondering, is this cash or points